Clearing AAA is not just a game of understanding. It's not just a game of memorizing also. It's a game of thinking like an auditor. My dear friends, when we talk about AAA as a paper, you might have heard that it has the least passing percentages in all of the papers of ACCA. And my dear friends, I hate to break it to you, that's also true. But the bigger reason is why it has the lowest passing percentage, and let me tell you why. My dear friends, my name is Supreet Agrawal. I'm your faculty for ACCA AA, AAA and Law. And let's discuss the reasons why a ACCA student fails in AAA paper and what we could do to surpass it, to pass the examination with flying colors. And we should also try to understand in this video how we are going to prepare for the September 2026 attempts. So let's start this video very quickly. My dear friends, here I am going to tell you about the batch details, but let's first try to understand that what the examiner exactly wants. My dear friends, there's a fundamental difference between AA and AAA. I have created a detailed video on this topic. You could also see that video in the description box. Please go and check out that video. But here, let me tell you one thing. There are 3 levels of intellectual levels which are required to clear ACCA papers. Generally, when we talk about the skill level, level 1 and level 2 are tested. But when we move to the professional level, level 2 and level 3 are tested. And my dear friends, this becomes the biggest challenge for students because they do not understand it, and more than that, they do not even know it. So my dear friends, let's try to understand what is that level 3. Level 3 is the synthesis. That is, you should not just be able to memorize, you should not just be able to apply, you should not just be able to understand, but you should be able to synthesize. That is, you should be able to think like an auditor, why a particular adjustment, why a particular procedure is required at a certain place, and you should be able to justify it also. And my dear friends, if you're not able to do that, then I'm really sorry, you might not be able to clear the AAA paper. Now let's come to how we are going to prepare for September 2026 attempt and ensure that you pass September 2026 paper. So let's discuss about it. My dear friends, when we talk about our batch details, which we are going to conduct specifically for the September 2026 and December 2026 attempt, let's discuss few details. One thing is that we have divided our lectures into 2 parts. One is the concept lecture, another one is the question practice sessions. And for that matter, I would like to add 2 more parts over here. One is the doubt solutions, and last one is the mock test. Okay, so let's discuss about each one of them in detail. First thing first, concept lectures. What are concept lectures? Concept lectures are those lectures where we try to develop our concepts. And when I say try, because we would be trying together. It's not just that I have taught it in a certain way and you should be able to understand it. No, just in case if you are not able to understand it, I would be explaining it through a different method also, just to make sure that you understand everything. Okay, now concept lectures. Concept lectures we will be covering for entire syllabus, all chapters, all points, everything. Okay, these are going to be offered to you in the recorded format. Why recorded format? Because a lot of you might be working professionals, so that you can watch it at your own pace. But my dear friends, it's not just that it would be given to you. I would also be sharing a planner with you where I would be telling you exactly which lecture you should watch at what time, how you should solve the equations, and so on. Then the language is going to be English. At this level, you cannot expect me to speak Hindi with you and still clear the AAA examination. We could have any of these 2 methods. So my dear friends, just in case for my Indian students, just in case if you require certain explanation in Hindi, I would be happy to deliver it to you during our doubt sessions, but not during our regular batches. Now the IFRS brush up lectures, why it is required? A lot of times what happens is there's a gap between your AA paper, between your FR SBR paper and the AAA paper, and you might forget a lot of concepts which you have studied in FR, SBR, or maybe FA also, and a lot of you might have gotten exemptions also. So to cover that, we will be offering IFRS brush up lectures as well. These would be just brush up lectures, and these are not part of the official course. Just in case if you require it, you can watch it. Otherwise, that is not amended from my end. Now let's talk about the question practice sessions. This is very important, right? Question practice session. So this is live. So what if we are not able to attend the live sessions, or will 100% be live? So let me tell you, it would be hybrid, live and recorded. Recorded would be for each chapter, plus whenever we will be conducting the doubt sessions, that is conducted every Saturday at 8 p.m. Every Saturday at 8 p.m. we will be having question practice also. We will be solving one question, and we will be having the doubt sessions also, just to ensure that you solve certain questions with me as well. specifically for the most important chapters. Then the language is going to be English only here, my dear friends, and we are going to cover the case studies as well as the case scenarios. The case study, that is the 50-mark question, the 50-mark questions, and the case scenarios, the 25-mark question. We are going to cover everything over here, right? So what we should understand here is that we are not just going to focus on the concepts, we are not just going to focus on the part where we will be talking about the questions only, but moreover we will be going ahead and we will be discussing the concepts as well as the questions in full, my dear friends. Okay, now let's try to understand this. So which institution are you associated with? So let me tell you here, I am associated with BB Virtuals Global, my dear friends, and as you are already aware that BB Virtuals provides you the best lectures for CA classes, for CS classes, for CMA classes, and similarly we are going to offer you the similar quality in ACCA also, and we are going to run our batches for all subjects of ACCA. So my dear friends, let's try to understand how we are going to support you further. Now, query and doubt support. If I talk about the query and doubt support, how we should move forward, let's try to understand it. Okay, when I talk about the query and doubt support, first thing is that you can post your queries on the app. Okay, there's a dedicated team which will be telling about all your doubts that you post to us, also the faculties also, and I would be personally helping you here, just in case if some of your doubts gets unresolved or you feel that you need to discuss more, you need personalized guidance, you can reach out to me on WhatsApp also. That would be shared on the WhatsApp group where you will be added after the enrollment. Now there would be live session every Saturday at 8 p.m. IST. So what is this IST? This is Indian Standard Time. Now mock test. Sir, will there be any mock test? Yes, there would be mock test, total 6 mock tests. 3 unit tests would be there and 3 full syllabus tests would be there, which would be evaluated. But so this would be evaluated by you or by some of your team member. This would be evaluated by me, that is by CA Supreet Agrawal, and I'm writing it down over here. It's not just evaluated. Once you submit your answers, you can confirm with my previous students also, once you submit your answers, I generally get in a call with them. I discuss about each and every step that is mentioned over there and I give them the personal guidance. Now let's talk about what will you get. Will these be just lectures, question solving lectures? No, my dear friends. There would be hard copy of what? Summary notes as well as the question bank. My dear friends, this question bank will have questions from the study hub, from some other resources also. Wherever I feel that some other additional questions are required, I would be planning to give it to you as well. So what are these board notes? But before that, let me tell you these summary notes. Okay, these are handwritten summary notes. So is it written like this only? Yes, it is written like this only, but for detailed understanding on that, I would request you to attend our orientation session, which is scheduled on 13th of June, my dear friends. You can find all the details in the description box, plus you can also let me know in the WhatsApp. I have already mentioned the number in the description box. I would be happy to share all the details with you, but please do attend the orientation session. Even if you're not my student, even if you're not trying to enroll, do attend the orientation session. Do understand how I teach you AA and AAA, and try to understand what are the expectations of the examiner for the AAA paper. Now, what are these class board notes? Class board notes are exactly the annotations that I make during the classes that makes it easier for you to understand. At AAA level, it becomes a little challenging for the students to go through the notes once, then go through the board notes and note down everything. So I would be giving the class board notes to you in the downloadable format so that you can print it and you can study directly from there, so that you can save your time as well. Now let's talk about the duration. So when it is going to start, it is going to start from 13th of June, that is Saturday. So timing you can find in the description box, or you can let me know in the comment section, or you can post in the comment section, or you can discuss with me in the WhatsApp. End date is mid of August, but sir, this time the paper is delayed by 1 week. So will our classes also be delayed by 1 week? No, we will be completing somewhere around 14th to 15th of August, when the Independence Day would be there. I would also be giving you independence from the classes. Now duration is approximately 90 hours. This includes what? This includes the concept lectures, okay, the question solving lectures, this includes doubt sessions, pre-mock, and strategy sessions. Okay. Now, so what if we are planning to give in December? Can we enroll for this batch? Yes, you can enroll for this batch. we can provide you an extension of 3 months on request. Okay, initially 3 month access would be provided, but just in case if you require 3 more month access, you can request our team. They will be able to provide it to you for free of cost. Okay, so with this I have covered the batch details. I have specifically recorded a video for this because after I launched the video yesterday for AA batch details, a lot of you were asking me about the AAA batch details as well. That is why I've created this video. Now for more details, do try to attend the orientation session that we are going to conduct on the 13th of June, where we will be discussing about everything regarding the AAA paper, what the examiner wants, everything about it. Okay, so all the very best. See you in that session. And just in case if you face any query, please feel free to reach out to me via the comment section or the WhatsApp. And if you want to register for our classes, do visit our website, which is www.bbvirtualsglobal.com. Now my dear friends, one more information over here. Just in case you want to connect with us on Telegram or on Instagram. So on Instagram and Telegram, we are available by the username same as our YouTube, which is ACCA with CA Supreet Agrawal. ACCA with CA Supreet Agrawal. Just in case if you want to reach out to us on WhatsApp, you can reach out to me on WhatsApp as well, which is 9713951099. Okay, now just in case if you want to visit our website also, you can visit our website also, which is www.bbvirtualsglobal.com. Yes, my dear friends, you can do this. Just in case if you face any trouble, please feel free to reach out to me. All the very best. Hoping to see you in the orientation session.